What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Deity Europe AI only battle. Nearly messed it up, called it just about. Deity Europe AI only battle. It's getting pretty exciting. We just got a huge war break out between Morocco and Portugal last turn, so we'll see how this goes. Portugal is no pushover, but I think Morocco should win in the end, right? I mean, it's going to be a bigger challenge than the Songhai was. But yeah, I don't see Portugal holding on for too long. I think Morocco's got enough. The only real difficulty for Morocco is they don't have any boats, and Portugal has loads, so that's what's going to make it a bit difficult holding these coastal cities. But beyond that, it should be pretty easy. Carthage is going to be probably eliminated this turn, because the Garamantes go near the end. So we'll see. Oh no, they're still here. We'll leave them here in peace, I guess, but it's easier for me to leave them there if they're not causing any issues, as I mentioned before. I'll keep an eye on how long this episode goes on for. It also seems to be this series is the sole reason my computer sounds like a spaceship, at least for me. I don't think you can quite hear it, but it's obviously not enjoying it as much anymore. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on the time. It's getting a bit issue-y. We might just have to skip forward or something. I don't know, but it is getting a bit long with so many videos being made at the same time. It's a bit of a mess. But other than that, there's plenty going on. The Huns just completed the Manhattan Project. The Huns are at war with somebody interesting. I'm trying to remember who. Were they one of the people that joined against Greece? No, I don't think so. Austria is fighting Greece though, and Switzerland, and having success a little bit. It looks like they might be able to. They should. Well, they're definitely grabbing this next turn. Russia might sneak in and take it. In fact, I think Russia will, because Russia goes. Okay, Greece goes first. So okay, I don't know. I think it goes Greece, Russia, Austria. I might have that wrong, but something like that. So there's a chance for Salos falls to either of them. I don't think Greece will hold on, but yeah, obviously if Greece could maybe kill the Russian unit, there's a chance. But yeah, I imagine Russia gets this, and then Austria probably gets the rest out of anger. Wouldn't surprise me. Spain is not doing anything super important at the moment, no. France got into a peace deal, so we'll see if they build up much of any units. It'd be a good time for them to go after Switzerland. Don't think we'll see that, and the same applies to Rome, as I've mentioned many times. But I won't get our hopes up that we're going to get that one coming through. Norway looking very strong, even in Iceland. Like, this is a small little force they've got up here, but it's pretty strong. Ignore the pikemen in the middle. But, you know, rocket artillery, some submarines, destroyers. It's all round pretty awesome. I don't know what Sweden is attempting to find here. Maybe they found a portal to another map. Let me just check. No one's made it through these mountains. Russia did with one cavalry, so I'm guessing a settler could like glitch through potentially, but it's not a big deal as long as it's not a regular thing. And obviously, yeah, if Russia got a settler, I'd hopefully spot it or deal with it more practically. But like I said, with Carthage, we may as well just leave them here. Don't think it negatively affects the game too much. There's no cultural victory on, so it's not like anyone's going to miss out because they're too far away from Carthage. It's not a capital, so it's not a domination issue, so it doesn't matter too much that they'll hold on to it. There is actually no victory type, and even if there was, I mean, no one's winning it. There is one, there's domination only, but no one's going to win that, so it's fine. Like, I think you could probably run it to turn, like, I don't know, 10,000. I don't know if there'd be a winner, to be honest. Not that my computer would be. To be fair, it levels off eventually. Like, once the map is full of units and just 2 civs remain, like, I imagine it doesn't get any worse, but there you go. I don't have the time. I can't imagine how long that would take. Pretty scary. You know, if you could, like, put the game in a server or something and not run it without actually having it on my computer, then maybe, but that's not happening here. Soviet Union, didn't they? I feel like everyone's been in a big war. I swear the Soviets got into one as well. Doesn't look like it. They did. I think they just maybe not. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on any sieges that we spot occurring. Obviously, Armenia is still being sieged, and it looks like the Huns may have finally done enough to get this city. It's been forever. They've just been, you know, chopping and changing. This city's still at 0 health, thanks to Armenia. And there we go. Carthage is technically eliminated. They still have a city in the desert, but we'll ignore it. So there you go. Garamantes get this. They now have an awkward border with Greece. We'll see what that leads to. That is one turn done in 4 minutes and 40 seconds, which totals up 5 turns to about 25 minutes, but as we found out last time, that wasn't the case. Maybe it's because I first loaded it, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We will see. But I'll try and work something out. Oh, my eyes. Why are they hurting so much? Is it? Oh, no, I guess it is sunny outside. Maybe it's a pollen thing. My eyes really hurt today. So that's good. Good start. Carthage pieced out with Greece. Maybe I should just try commentate with a blindfold on. That would... I don't know why blindfold would actually help my eyes. I mean, I could just close them. That actually hurts just as much. Ow. Oh, they're so dry. I don't know, maybe it's a pollen thing. I normally get hay fever, but I don't know. I feel like it's a bit early in the year. I also haven't been outside for quite a while. So it seems unlikely, to say the least. It's been like 2 weeks now. And nothing weird's happened, you know. Haven't really noticed anything different. I'm just doing my normal lifestyle. Didn't go outside anyway. Okay, how the heck did Austria and Russia both not conquer this? They both had melee units next to the city with it on 0 health. What? No words for that one. I don't know what happened there. Carthage did peace out with Greece, so yeah, Carthage will just survive in the mountains. Hopefully they won't churn out too many settlers. I'll keep an eye on it, but yeah, we should be good. Why has Morocco got so many planes hidden all the way down here? Are you that worried about them? No idea. Either way, this is going to be a few turns before there's any sieges, before there's any evidence that Morocco might be about to conquer something. They're making some progress towards this city, but it's not really significant just yet anyway. Barcelona, atomic bomb in there. Rome definitely considering going after Spain maybe, or just defending from them, I'm not sure. Austria is pushing units into Greece, not really much of a strategy. They're just dropping people in to sort of die. Be distracting, I guess, something along those lines. But it's been a bit of a weird approach. Assyria has held off Mercuria's retaliation so far, although this city obviously did fall back to Mercuria and has stayed that way. I'll say for now, just because it might change now, I'm not sure. This destroyer is probably a bit too far away, but you never know, the mobile Sam, maybe, there's a chance. We'll find out very soon anyway, so let's not speculate on it. There we go, the mobile Sam does do it. That unit died as well for Mercuria, so they're a little bit closer. Those are some atomic bombs being moved around by Assyria, so they have some of those now. That is sweet. I thought that was the Japan mod for a minute. I was like, what the heck's Japan doing here? It's very similar, if not the same colour as the Japan mod that I always use now. I was just told once it was better and was like, yep, I'll take your word for it. And I don't know, it probably is better. Mods tend to be better. I was told this Sweden is better, so I don't know. We've not really had many results from that. I did add Norway in compared to the other version of this series that broke just before I started this one. So maybe that changed it a little bit. Sorry, Sweden. You lucked out on that one. The city of Bern is quite likely to fall to Austria, however, into the yellow, and that will be Switzerland's capital and the holy city of Buddhism changing hands, which is, of course, the world religion. So that is quite a few bonuses going Austria's way. They are funneling a lot of units. If they get this city off Greece, then they're going to be sending a lot down this way to go after them. It's going to be quite scary for the Greeks. That's for sure. Oh, wow. Okay, so Attila is finally going to get this. He will then border Assyria, which will be quite interesting. See how that pans out. And it could spell the end for Armenia. It's going to give just more and more gaps for artillery units and other things to pile on through. Still no planes. This is quite impressive. But yeah, the artillery, the rocket artillery and stuff is just genuinely wearing them down. There's a few units, like 5 or 6, and then a load of archaeologists. So not as difficult as it maybe looks. Should be easy for them. Wallachia, you're still going. You're still toughing it out in here. Pretty good population for them. They've still got some good units. But obviously they're not really a match for some of the powerhouses that they are soon to neighbour, potentially. Austria could be one that maybe looks at Wallachia. Russia as well. Can't imagine they're too afraid of Wallachia. Greece have obviously not really... They've sort of left them alone. Fair enough. Maybe they were trading with them or something. It's normally a reason we just can't see. So annoying. More border gore. It was clearing. Austria was going to clear up the Greek bit. Spain and Portugal were hopefully... I was hoping France would just get rid of Spain's northern city in France, so that would... I was hoping this would fall, and then there'd be like hardly any other than this Portuguese city, and we'd all be living in a bordered, goreless world. But there we go. And the Goths are all over the place as well at the moment. All spread out. So, not too many hopes. That second turn took a solid 6 minutes. So, I don't know. That 4-minute 40 estimate was nice. There's still 70 turns till I want to do the results. I might make it 250 just with how it's going. Leave a comment for what you'd maybe consider. But yeah, this probably isn't going to be viable to keep going. I mean, 70 turns, they're going to keep getting longer. It's already like twice as long as it should be. So I don't want to just do 1 or 2 turns, like 3 turns an episode, because then it would take 70 turns. That's like another month and a half, which we might have, but I'm sure you guys don't want to put it all into watching this. Maybe, I don't know, we could set a record number of episodes for a series maybe if we wanted to. I think the record on the channel is 49 or 48, which really annoyed me because I missed out on 50. That was as England in EU4. I think that's the highest, like 40 something. Some of the EU4 ones are 40s. A couple of air only battles are in the low 40s, but I don't think any of them are in the higher 40s. But there we go. We'll see how this all pans out. Austria having some... Did they just not do... Oh my God. What? Paratroopers are melee? What are these guys doing? Is this a bug we've had before, where just they don't use the paratroopers to conquer cities or something stupid? Wouldn't surprise me at all. I thought Deity had, saved us from all this calamity, but there we go. We're back with it again. It's just happening all over again. Don't know why this city is still white and blue. There you go. Oh wow, that Austria is so close to taking this, so I guess that is an advantage for them. And there you go, the Huns conquer Tigrano-Serta. Cool name. Armenia down to 2 in the mountains now. Not looking so good. We'll see how that goes for them. I wouldn't be surprised if Attila finally gets his wishes. He might get all of this. And that's a great defense against Assyria as well in the mountains. So it wouldn't be the worst idea. It's good to see them still going. They have plenty of units that they just can't use. That must be annoying. Russia with a lot of... Oh, nuclear missile. That's the first one of those we've seen. I think that's just a timing thing to when they've built it. They've had uranium left to actually get a nuclear missile, whereas everyone else piles it into atomic bombs and then doesn't have any left. That wouldn't surprise me, because like Arabia doesn't have any. They have plenty of guided missiles. No nuclear missiles. Yeah, there you go. Plenty of guided missiles, which, I mean, if they all stacked up, they might contribute to more damage than a nuke. Probably a lot more. But yeah, no one else has got a nuclear missile. As far as I'm aware, Assyria only has atomic bombs. I don't know if anyone else would have that capability. I know some other techs, some civs are further ahead than it looks. But yeah, I don't know if anyone else has got that. Morocco might have one at this point. I don't know. I assume they've got it all invested in atomic bombs as well. For now, there's not a huge difference in the damage. I can't actually remember. I would assume the nuclear missiles are a bit more damaging than atomic bombs. The main thing's the range and like not being shot down. That's the main advantage. Cartagena did fall into Morocco's hands for 1 turn, but as I said, Spain with plenty of boats and stuff fighting back. But yeah, they're looking a bit thin here with this sort of attack effort going on. So Morocco probably gonna win this in the long run. I think they've got the resources and the advantage. And obviously as Portugal gets weaker, somebody like Spain will probably get a bit opportunistic, take their opportunity, push in, boot Portugal out. Wouldn't really be the biggest surprise if that was happened. Let's see what else is happening here. Austria got this as well, talking about the border gore mounting up on this map. And Mercuria retook the city of Dedris again. Ooh, this is interesting. Britain v Sweden. Okay. And with the help of the Soviets. I mean, they're pretty much 2 separate wars. I know they're a team, but they are literally, Sweden, I don't think has open borders with Austria. Oh, no, they do. But yeah, I don't know how much Sweden will be able to get through here just because Austria's in the way and stuff. So it's kind of this half fighting Britain, this half be the Soviets. But that is going to be interesting. It gives us something to watch. Now, they all go at the end. Obviously, Sweden's a mod. It's not Sweden. So it looks exactly the same. Kind of how Britain looks pretty similar to England, but they're both mods. So they'll go at the end. So that's kind of an end of the turn kind of war. Just keep a lookout. But here we go. Turn 4 of this episode. Not of the whole thing. Turn 231 of the whole thing. It's crazy how slow these games get. I mean, it's kind of expected, but you know, my Venice Let's Play on a regular map with 8 civs is already at turn 231 in like 5 episodes, or I think it's at 200 and something. Maybe I've overestimated that, but it's pretty close, right? It's going to be there in 10 turns. 10 episodes, I would say it would be there. It's quite funny. Civ 6 is one that slows down really quickly. I don't know why. Even in normal games. Russia pieced out with Mercuria. I did not even know that was going on. Can Austria take 2 cities in 1 turn? Would doubt it. I don't think an AI's really got that in them. Today at least, maybe another day. But yeah, they've not been looking too great. I don't actually think they can take Bern. I think the Great War Infantry might need another turn. I guess the mobile... Okay, Bern falls. Yeah, they didn't get Pharsalos. Must be something to do with the paratroopers not being able to take cities, maybe? I know there's a unit that can't. For one of the mods we used to use a lot. I don't know who it is. I think Rhodesia have a unit that can't conquer cities or something. Or no, Vietnam, sorry, do. I don't know, maybe this is a similar scenario. But Russia has infantry, that should be able to. Maybe they just don't have the happiness, they don't want it, I don't know. But either way, Bern has fallen. That's really put some pressure. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It was actually Switzerland's worst city. But being the capital, I assume it had some boosted sort of features that maybe made it better. And it is a holy city for their religion, which is the world religion. So obviously that's a hugely beneficial city to fall into Austrian hands. And yeah, I mean, Austria's borders, they're just engulfing France. They're like, if we can't take you out, we're going to surround you. But we'll see. I'm not sure Austria will keep going. They'll probably just cling on to this city. I mean, they might keep going, but it seems unlikely. If someone else joined in, started doing damage, I'd see them keep going, you know. No hints. I'm not trying to name any names about civs who are not doing enough at the moment, but there's definitely some who are taking the easy route. Do you know what we should do while we have all this time? I should give you my sort of top 10 as I do occasionally. You'll feel free to participate as well. Mine won't be in order. I'm just looking for sort of 10 civs I think are the best 10. So I'll start with the easy ones. Morocco, Arabia, Assyria. That is 1, 2, 3 done. They just grabbed another city, Assyria. 4, 5 and 6 and 7. Let's just clear that up. So I'd put the Huns in there. I'd put Russia in there. I would put the Soviet Union in there. And I would put Austria in there. So that is 7. So we need 3 more top tier civs that are going to be in the top 10. Now there's a little bit more. Let's not name any names. I think there's probably 4 that I would put in to join them in a top. Okay, 5 maybe. So Mercuria is 1. I think they're still pretty good. Of course they're going to lose to Assyria. Assyria like a top 3 contender. So that's fair enough. So I put Mercuria as one of the potentials to be that in that final 3 in the top 10. I would put Norway in there. I'd probably just miss out on Sweden. It seems a bit harsh. Maybe they should be in there now and they might not be in the future. I don't know. I'm just going to not put Sweden in there. Great Britain. If I'm not going to put Sweden in, maybe I'd ignore Britain. I'm definitely putting Norway as a contender. Mercuria, are they that much better than Britain? Okay, yeah, they're a little bit better. Portugal is in there. Again, they're probably, now they're in there. They probably won't be by the end of this. But at the moment, I'd put them in there. Spain is on like the tip of my tongue. But no, not really. They're similar to Sweden, I guess. France is a no for now. Maybe I just named, who did I say? Norway, Mercuria, and probably Portugal at the moment. But Rome could be in there as well. Rome aren't in there at the moment. Look at their units are a bit behind. But I think if Portugal die, if Sweden die, then I think Rome probably emerges, depending how well someone like Great Britain does. Yeah, it's a bit too complicated, but that's like no particular order. I mean, I sort of broke it into like 3 tiers within the top 10, but there you go. Bern falls back into Switzerland and Norway completes the Manhattan Project. Nice little wonder for them. I'm going to go scroll up just a second. There we go. Had an itch on my arm. Soviet Union begin their battling at Sweden. Yeah, not too much happening yet, but they did kill a fair few boats. Great Britain just sending 2 boats very bravely into this sort of gate of hell of Swedish units. Not sure that's the ideal strategy, Britain, but you do you. You do what you need to do. Mercuria grabbing another city. Or back again. That looked really weird. I wonder what that was. It was the rocket artillery. Goths. I feel bad for the Goths. They were doing so good at one point. There was a point they were leading in technology, and it all just fell apart. Didn't go their way. But here we go. Final turn of this episode. Do, like I said, leave some comments down below as to how we can address this. I'm thinking we just go to 250. The top civs are at the adequate point, so we'll do results at 250, and then I'll give you like a daily update at turn 300, 350, 400. I think we could do something like that. I think that would be a good idea. So you'll still get to see what happens. It's just, yeah, obviously, I don't know. Obviously, you guys do seem to be enjoying these episodes, but I think they are. I mean, some of you would probably love longer, but obviously there's less happening. And I've tried highlighty stuff before, doing highlights. It just doesn't work for me. I think it's because I'm more like chill with it, so there's not really any obvious highlights. And in the end, I just end up not saying anything, and it goes a bit awkward. So I think we'd be better off maybe going to turn 250, so like another 2-3 episodes in this long form, or I could maybe knock it back down to the 15 minutes and do a few more episodes to get us to 250, then do the results, and then from there I will sort of, keep up with the everyday or nearly every day, depending when the second channel videos are. Keep it to nearly every day, putting out like a 50 turn update sort of episode. I think that could work. Let me know what you guys think though. Maybe there's some cool suggestions, but highlights probably not on the cards, to be honest, because I can't sit here that long. I have limited time to record at the moment, as I've mentioned before. So yeah, but there we go. Switzerland lose their capital again. I see Greece are being sieged out a little bit into the green, so I think Austria could come out. I don't get how this city is not falling. There's no reason for it. These units haven't taken a lick of damage. Greece isn't even shooting back for some reason. I don't know what's going on there. That's very weird. But Bern does refall into Austrian hands, at least for now. We'll see how long that lasts. That's quite a big scalp to take if they can hold on to it. Oh, just got a new subscriber. 3 new subscribers. Nice. Welcome if you're watching. People who have recently subscribed. That was probably you if you've subscribed in the last 2 days. That's pretty cool. There you go. Assyria, no. Right, Assyria's not a mod. No, I was thinking we were going to get to see the Sweden action soon. Attila is getting... Oh, yeah, there we go. I think the floodgates are open now. Gyumri? I don't know how you say that. That's going to fall pretty soon. I think Attila just went, so it won't be this turn, but sooner or later. Spain's turn. Dedris once again falls to Assyria, but Mercuria is here with a pretty big army. It's literally the battle. This is similar to the Portugal thing, where Mercuria had the land units. Assyria's got the planes and the boats, and it just keeps interchanging, and they hardly lose any units, and it becomes a bit of a mess. Portugal. Here is Morocco. They should once again grab Cartagena, and they'll probably lose it again straight afterwards, but it's always good fun to watch. I think it's Morocco then Portugal, actually, which is quite an interesting scenario, because I think they're both mods from the same, not mods, civs from the same DLC, and then M is before P in the alphabet. So I'm guessing that's how it sometimes works. Although it doesn't work. It does work like it's alphabetical, but in order of base civs, Gods and Kings, Brave New World, all the other ones are in there as well. I don't know if they're at the start or the end, I can't remember. And then it's the mods at the end. But there you go. Cartagena falls, and then it's Portugal's turn straight after. Let's see how this goes for them. I think it might only be alphabetical because I put them in alphabetical order. I think if I did it all randomly, it wouldn't be random. But I obviously pick every civ one by one from the list in alphabetical order, so that would explain it. The Goths pieced out with Portugal. Didn't even know they were still fighting it out, but there you go. Now we know. Sweden's turn to do some damage to some boats, but that's going to be about all they can do. And just maybe pray that Norway isn't about to join in and make their life a million times worse. It's probably all they've got at this point, all they can hope for. Here is the Soviet turn. Let's keep an eye on these Swedish boats. I think we're going to see none left after this turn. There's enough submarines that it could generally be none left. Okay, there's a few left. Very sparing from the Soviets. I think they could have. I don't think there'll be any left after next turn, that is for certain. And obviously civs like Austria and Norway will probably be summing up making a little bit of a consideration now. Should we join in as Sweden's units do begin to look a bit bare? Not so much with the work of Great Britain, the Soviets doing more of the work, but they are starting to fan out a little bit, spread out, and it's looking pretty good. As the Goths have their turn, they are the last civ to have their turn, which means that will be it for this episode. So as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.